Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. 30. Maverick.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Obama.
From the gun, here's Gone. And incomplete to open things up.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Here we go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Mahomes. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third and short. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. And again, it's Mahomes. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Will Lutz on for the point after. So that'll back him up 5. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Hey, Delta.
57 to Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Silver.
Hey, Shell.
From the 25 on second down. Goff. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And finding Keelan Cole. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right?
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big run there by Gurley. 63 yards on the ground. Here's Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards for number 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Running from the gun, Johnson.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go! Wait! 180! 43!
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he's going to be be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Michael Johnson marches in to sack him.
3rd and 14.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Goff. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff turns and gives to Gurley.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
buddy. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside. The 45.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Chopper, chopper. Go get him, go get him, go get him.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Stop your body.
Hey, check, Mike 20. I don't miss it.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Gurley. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On second down now. It's Grant. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 9 yards on the touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Falcons take over.
Let's go,
first and 10
let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
Watch the curve.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 27, Mahomes to Gabriel, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move lateral.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got this down to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Avery Jones making his presence felt on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
We go tonight. Right, please.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another carry now for Gurley. And some room to run now. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. From the red zone now, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Goff. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Listen.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for David Njoku. It's 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Like 20. Maverick. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
5. 57. Mike, 57. I got one. 57's Mike 57.
First throw in overtime for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Chill. Hey, fine.
57 to Mike. 50.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Throwing on third. Gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
76.
57's Mike.
I got you. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Five.
I'm coming after you.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's going to fight. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Topper!
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Go!
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Out of the gun. Gone. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Maher is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Hey, check Mike.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Out to Cole on the right side. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
It's a gain of 20. And a Falcon first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Vikings, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin, certainly